Hello, guys. Hello, once more. It seems just as I was about to start talking, and then something just flew into my eye. Sorry. It seems that Prince William has now come to realize the consequences of driving Prince Harry and Meghan out of the UK. Not only has he lost their support, but his difficult behavior has driven away the person he could have used as the spare. So now he becomes the spare of King Charles and Queen Camilla. Let's dive into this situation and break it down in detail. But before we do that, let me say hello to everybody. Let me say hello. How is everyone doing? If you're just joining us, welcome to Isabella Banks YouTube channel where we discuss all things Harry, Meghan, and the level up journey. If you're new here, I'm Wheezy, and it's great to meet you virtually. Sussex Love is here with us this evening. Hi, say hello, Sussex Love. And her microphone seems to be off.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you
Hello,
now.
family. How are you?
Hello. So, guys, we have a little surprise for you this evening. Sussex Love is
Oh,
going to be
God.
handling a portion of this video. So,
Oh,
take it
God.
away, Sussex Love. Go
Oh,
on.
God. Oh, God. Okay. Hello, fam. It seems that Prince William has come to a realization that consequences of driving Prince Harry and Meghan out of the UK. Not only has he lost their support, but this difficulty behavior driven away Kate and the remaining spare. Let's dive into how this situation unfolded. Before we do that, let me say hello to everyone. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
You know that's right.
Well, all right. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody, how's everybody doing?
we, we are
Can you hear me?
fine. Thank you. We are fine. Thank you.
Okay.
We, we are
Well,
fine.
then
Thank
I'll, okay. So we can move it on
Yep.
and how it's going to unfold.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see. What is the next? It would be
Subscribe.
like, subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to discuss everything Meghan and Harry. And as
Mm-hmm.
Weezy told you, I'm Sussex Love.
Yep.
All right, moving on.
Mhm.
We've already got to subscribe. Are we gonna? We don't have to
Yep.
put the subscribe on the screen. Oh, we do. Okay.
Yep.
All right. In case you were wondering what the benefits of subscribing are, let's break it down. Level one memberships who want to show their support and be a part of something bigger. Patron chat prioritization. Get your questions answered first during live chats and question and answer sessions. Members, join me for special live streams to celebrate our community milestones together. Channel badges. Stand out in the comments section with custom badges showcasing your loyalty. Patron shoutouts, receiving special shoutouts in Wheezy's video as a token of appreciation. Level 2 membership would be support to the next level and unlock even more exclusive perks. Everything in level 1 plus channel spotlight rotation, have your channel or social media profile featured in Weezy's videos and member contests and giveaways.
Mhm.
Participate in exclusive contests and giveaways with exciting prizes up for grabs. Exclusive content, gain access to behind the scenes footage, sneak peeks, exclusive videos you won't find anywhere else. And also that for, of course, as you can see, $12.99. All right, the next one would be, what is your why? Which would be, but that's not all. By becoming a member, not supporting our journey, you're also contributing to a bigger vision. My goal is to establish Festival Farms, a nonprofit organization dedicated to boosting female empowerment in Weezy's hometown in Nigeria. From reintroducing etiquette training to promoting the gospel, Festival Farms aims to create meaningful change and opportunity for the people of Nigeria. Great. Okay. While everyone in the royal family is either cancer or old age, Harry and Meghan are doing the work they set out to do in the beginning. And if Harry and Meghan showed the royal family up in the UK and the royal family was freaking out, imagine what has happened now that Harry and global. You can look above and read the tweet. I think what happened was that all this while the royal family has been doing the work, giving outsiders the impression that they were working. When Meghan came, she thought, great, this is what they do. This is what I love to do. Great, I can do this. Only to get in as that the royal family was only playing pretend and didn't have the necessary experience to handle the things they said they wanted to do efficiently. They operate with their insecurities on display. Wow.
Do you think that's right?
Yeah, because I'm not sure they do have insecurities. They're selfish and self-absorbed. Charles is all
Mm.
about what he wants, and Camilla helps him get it. That's why she helps him get what he wants.
So
She
she's
lets
like
it
an
be about him.
enabler for him.
Yes, and she helps him also not just enable, but she helps him proactively get what he wants, controlling the media, helping him
Mm.
make moves, telling him on, telling him how to get his, she's the one that Harry said always told had those papers manufactured stories about him being a good father and helping him
Mm.
through rehab when it was just
Yeah.
really all about his image, you know. Uh,
Because really
we,
when in the initial stages, Charles wasn't really feeding his children to the media like that. It wasn't until they decided that it wasn't until Charles, I think, decided that he wanted to marry Camilla. And they
mm-hmm,
thought, okay, this bit of bad news is going to create a firestorm.
mm,
What do we have to soften the blow?
mm-hmm.
Uh, Lady Rose says she has a headache. Oh no. Oh
You
no.
okay? You
You
okay? Take care
okay?
of it. Take
Can you
care of it.
manage?
Are we giving you a headache, or is
Are
it
we
natural?
giving you the headache? That might be a good question.
I'm not sure what to tell you to do if we're giving you a headache.
Okay, so
But anyway,
yeah, go on.
I was going to go on to
Yep.
William is overwhelmed by fear and lacks basic problem solving skills. The easy solution to this if he asked his brother for help. His water everywhere, but not a drop of drink to spare was a person, it would be William. Wow.
Don't you think?
Yeah, even maybe worse. But
Water everywhere, but not a spare to drink. Like he's literally living with two of the people. I think Harry and Meghan are very masterful at PR, public relations,
but
so
he feels the
masterful that
spotlight should
they could even lecture like big organizations on how to handle theirs just because of the level of intensity they've had to live under. You have access to all of this, but you're choosing to drink from the gutter.
from the gutter. But he
Yeah.
can't stand that they have the attention though. He wants the attention. He's the heir. He feels like he's supposed to have all the attention. That's why he's moaning about how spared now, because Harry's getting all the attention, and Harry's being the statement, all the things that he says that he should be, but he doesn't have any qualification or even the will to make the effort. He just thinks it's just supposed to fall in his lap. You know?
Yeah, because he's the heir. At a certain
Um,
stage, they might have to call it what it is, like it's a mental illness.
yeah, but he's also not very smart either. So, because he's just
Yeah.
his IQ. Guy Tom Quinn, who seems to be speaking facts about the situation given how things work, might just be a mouthpiece for William. The question one has to ask is, what is his point? He always been close to Eugenie, so them growing close is not really the problem. What they wanted was for Eugenie to join the rest of the royal crowd to publicly shun Prince Harry. To people listening, trigger warning, Lady Rose, if you're still there. if we weren't if we weren't for the fact that the royal family were such pompous asses, I would definitely the problem with Prince Harry's seeming abdication, knowledgeable as he is of royal family secrets. What they should have done with Prince is that they have had to do with every other country coexist with, but do not necessarily agree with. An agreement, making sure to uphold the terms of the agreement. What Prince Harry was not expecting was that he would be treated like an enemy of the, which is sad.
Yeah. But just even thinking about it, like when I sat back and really like took all of the information that we know in, I really thought about it and I thought, you know what? I can see how if Harry was a hostile agent, he could be seen as someone who would be a threat, not just to the royal family, but to the government because he's an insider. He knows things that nobody in the UK knows. And when we think about such things, we think about very mundane things like how people work in the office or how they drink their tea or their coffee. But Harry knows who is sleeping with who. He knows
Yeah,
dangerous information about most of the people that we see on TV who represent us every day. That if Harry opens his mouth, he could tear this UK into two with no problem whatsoever.
that's why William is terrified, and probably Charles too, and Camilla Murdoch.
Yes,
They're all probably
that's
terrified.
exactly it. That is
But the
exactly it.
sad irony is Harry is the least hostile out of the bunch. He has a heart of gold. It's them that are really the hostile characters. His brother, Rupert Murdoch, they're the ones that are hostile. Harry just had to, defend himself and for the survival of him and his family. And he's
Right.
decided he might as well defend his mother too, since he couldn't do it when he was a little boy. He can do it
Yeah.
now. How to fight. He's a soldier and he has courage. So,
He has a lot of courage. And so because of all that he knows, uh and when I was reading Spare and I was doing the reviews for Spare, I had the opportunity to go back. I fell into a rabbit hole, and one of those holes I fell into was like the historical meaning of the Spare and how why the Spares were such a threat to the heirs.
mm,
As in those days, even though it was understood that the heir was the one to step into the throne after the current monarch, but oftentimes battles would break out unless there was some agreement between the heir and the spare, and it was a matter of the survival of the fittest who actually got to sit on the throne. But
mm,
things have changed dramatically since the time when things used to operate like that. It is now codified, like there are laws that actually govern these things. So no matter who said what, when, and how, because of the laws that exist, even if Harry was to leapfrog or want to leapfrog over William for any reason, he couldn't do it unless the laws were changed to accommodate that. This is the same reason why they cannot take Prince Harry's titles away from him, because they are his birth. It's his birthright to be Prince Harry. They can take the
yes.
title of Duke and Duchess of Sussex, take that away, but he still remains Prince Harry. And even if
And
the title of Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the other one, Khalil and Dumbarton or whatever, are taken away, he still remains Prince Harry. And
Meghan
Meghan,
becomes Prince Henry.
Princess Henry. And what they have said is, oh gosh, if we take away the titles, then Meghan becomes Princess Henry. See? And they
But
consider
now
that to
she's
be
already a Nigerian princess, though. That's what also threw a monkey wrench in there. And they were throwing tantrums. She's a princess in her
when
own right,
I
a
tell
royal princess.
you that monkey wrench was monkeying.
You're so silly. It was doing its thing. It really was. It
Really? It
was doing its
was.
thing. Oh
It
Lord.
really was.
Well,
It really was.
let's
The Nigerian
yeah.
kings, like, if they had a reason to, if they could go to Nigeria to riot, uh, this, I think, when we were talking, this is what I was trying to explain to you. Like, the royal family, if they could go to Nigeria to riot or exert any pressure on Nigeria, the Nigerian traditional rulers, for handing Meghan those titles that they did hand her, they would have done. But the problem is that they didn't hand her those titles through Prince Harry. Those were given to her through her own Nigerian heritage. So the British people, it was you know how they were trying to shun Harry,
Mm-hmm.
and all of them went to the garden party, hoping that they would see the narrative would be, oh, Harry is all alone, so isolated. And Harry checkmated them by having the Spencer side of his family come
Yes.
in to support
Yes.
him. That
They're
is
playing checkers. Harry's playing
exactly
chess.
what happened with the Nigerian trip. Because, yes, if it was just Harry, they would have won in trying to prevent him going to Nigeria. But because of Meghan's heritage, then they couldn't say, well, uh, you can't have Meghan coming to
And
Nigeria,
go
and
to her homeland.
she can't stop her from going to her homeland, and you can't stop us
Yeah.
from welcoming our daughter home. So then
Right.
now, can you actually form the sentence? to say, well, I don't believe she's Nigerian. Because that's the only way you're
Exactly.
going to go from there, you know.
That's the only way. That's the only way. But I know it made them feel powerless, especially William, since he can't stand for Harry to have any
Right.
type of acknowledgement that he
Yeah,
wants.
yeah,
But moving on to William, I'm brought to the series conclusion because certain keywords in the media are using: powerless, outcast, global prominence. Let's examine them for a moment.
right.
First of all, as I said, Prince William just realized that everybody out, he was making himself the spare to King Charles and Queen Camilla. He can't do anything about it except to walk away from the throne. So, to my mind, he threw a strop.
Sure.
Okay, that's an English term.
Yes.
You have American viewers.
That was quite deliberate because I decided
Oh,
that I was going to be expanding the my vocabulary, Nigerian and British, because that's what I am,
okay,
and for us to do a
right.
cultural exchange, as I take on some of
Oh, okay.
you, you gotta learn to take on some of me as well. So
There
through
it
a
is.
drop, and then
Okay.
I explained
Strop.
exactly what that
Is
is.
that okay, cool. That
Mhm.
that's an English saying for he got angry and went on strike until things got better. It's a little more than a tantrum. That's got it. All kind of acting okay. All right, moving on. Um, it seems that King Charles and William have renewed their agreement, the focus being for the king not to ask Harry and to continue to attempt to use Prince Harry and Meghan as spares, even though they have left the UK and are no longer working members of the royal family. I am guessing that part of the agreement to continue using Harry and Meghan spares is for them to continue to offer Harry and Meghan as sacrifices to the media, allowing the media to continue to attack them.
Mhm.
That is why you can see XX in an article, one you could see above on the screen.
Mhm. So if you
If you want
just
to take
take
it
the
to,
first paragraph.
oh, you want me to take the first? Oh, I thought you were going to
Okay,
read
I can do it.
it. No,
So
that's
just
okay.
like what you're saying is according to reports, the royal family operates with a strange custody agreement when its couples have their own children, which states that actually Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II has full legal custody over the young royals. Royal expert Marlene Koenig explained to news outlets the sovereign has legal custody of the minor grandchildren. So this is what I was thinking about was shortly after their trip to Nigeria and seeing how powerless that they are. Suddenly then they begin to express their frustration by sending out all these articles which are threatening, which attack Harry and Meghan's person, on their businesses, and the businesses of all their associates, however close that they may be. Okay, so if we move on to the next one.
Okay. Uh-oh. Am I stuck? Uh-oh. I think I'm stuck. I'm on 12. What are you on?
Okay, the 12 was the one you just did. So
Mm-hmm.
if you go to 13,
I know the other seems to be sticking on me for some reason.
okay,
I don't know. Yeah, maybe you can go to 13 because it's sticking on me right now. I don't know
okay.
why. It's not moving.
So this one is another article attacking Harry and Meghan, just born out of their frustration that they couldn't prevent Harry and Meghan from going to Nigeria, and they're not going to be able to stop them from succeeding.
No, no, I
And
can see it
another,
now, Prince Harry.
yeah, go on.
No, no, I said I can see it now. Go ahead.
So just look at the title of this article. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle warned one big risk if they insist on more royal tours. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been told they might become objects of mockery if they embark on another tour. Yes, they would become objects of mockery if they're embarking on royal tours, but what they're doing is not royal tours. So,
Exactly, exactly. But they're still trying to tie themselves to Meghan and Harry because they are just flailing. You know what I
mhm,
mean? So even they want to criticize them, but at the same time, they're trying to keep relevant to say that they're relevant because of
mhm.
us instead of the other way around, because they're relevant because of Meghan and Harry.
The shoe is actually going on the other foot right now. So,
Exactly.
mm,
So to the next,
the royal family are becoming relevant because, or remaining relevant because of Harry and Meghan.
and Meghan. Yeah. This report of the royal family deleting Prince Harry's statement was part of. Remember that agreement that I told you that Prince William reached with King Charles and Camilla? This was them giving him some of what he wants, as you can see at the article above.
Right.
Okay. And
So
you have the notes for this one.
yeah, so the this is the article that Harry wrote in defense of Meghan when she was still his girlfriend, I think. That's the one that the royal family deleted from their website. And the question is, why now? Why now to hurt Harry and Meghan? It's I can't
Mm.
do anything to you, so I'm going to look for everything. If they could chase the scent of Harry and Meghan out of Frogmore Cottage, after
Wow.
evicting them, they would chase their
Wow.
scent and choose to evict the scent.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Anyway, so you've also got this one.
Okay. I think I got, you see, after, no, is that the last one?
So this
Which page?
headline
13.
is another one of the articles that they wrote attacking Harry and Meghan after their return from Nigeria, saying Prince William and King Charles no longer trust Harry and Meghan after exposés on royal life. Like, really? Who is even talking to you? Who is talking to you? Who is
I know
talking to
that's
you?
right.
And
Which one is that?
17, we're going to 18 now.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
number
You want me to go?
no, go on.
In the
Let's see.
spirit of attacking Harry and Meghan, the other insulting person thing they've got in their arsenal is Paul Burrell. And the indignity of having the butler interfering in family matters.
Mm-hmm.
Princess Diana would have made Prince Harry apologize to King Charles after the royal. Paul Burrell joined Highgrove House in 1987 and worked on behalf of Diana for 10 years, knew the Princess of Wales very well. That is sad, but he's still trying to make money off of Diana.
For years, even after stealing so many things from her, getting caught. I wonder
Mm.
what the agreement was that he reached with. It would have been Queen Elizabeth at the time. And he was
Yeah.
arrested, but they couldn't do anything to him at the time. I wonder why that is as well.
He must have had dirt on him, and what else would it be? He must have had
Mm.
lots and lots of dirt. That's the
Mhm.
only thing that they want to keep people quiet. So I can't imagine it being anything else except dirt. So what I get about this is that Prince William only now realized that the to which he harmed himself. Why he realized Harry and Meghan have outshone him. He believes too much in the influence of the United Kingdom, which, unlike a lot of people believe, is not just limited to the little island of the United Kingdom, to the military access to the Commonwealth nations, which are 56 in number, which include the member nations of NATO and all the other organizations which they draw on for military support, which is the British royal family's problem. From a layman's point of view, access to foreign resources. Do you want to understand what that means? I will explain in our next video, which will be coming up in about 15 minutes. So back to you, Weezy.
Well done, guys, in the
Oh
comment
God,
section.
I
Say
made
thank
it.
you to
I
Sussex
made
Love
it.
for handling her part of this
I
video.
made it.
Well done.
Oh, thank you, Weezy. You're a good teacher. You're a good teacher.
Okay, guys, this is. Can you imagine? Prince William took the time carefully to construct this complicated plan to send Meghan out of the UK. He never planned for Harry to leave the UK, but after his complex plan to send Meghan out of the UK, the next thing he saw was that his brother bounced as well. And he thought, nah, he's not going to know how to survive outside of the royal family. I give him 6 months. He's going to come crawling back just like Prince Edward. And next time he saw his brother, he was looking fresh, he was looking brown, he was looking, you know, like a dude.
Like a dude.
And he must have been thinking, what is going on over there?
My
I
goodness.
want to come, but you're not begging me. And
Yeah, that's
Prince
sad.
Harry is like, no, my price has changed. If you want us to talk, you need to speak to me with respect. You need to treat me respectfully. And he's like, what do you mean? I am the future king of the United Kingdom. And
And
Prince
Harry
Harry
is
must
like,
have
Harry is
deuces.
like, no, but it's upgraded me. I'm outie.
I have upgraded. Exactly.
Yeah, Megan has upgraded me.
Yep,
Megan
yep.
said, "Can
Have
I
you
let
heard
me?"
of the
Megan
black
said, "Let
wife
me
effect?
upgrade you." Yeah, Beyonce, remember? Let me upgrade you.
Yeah, yeah. Let me upgrade you. She certainly
Yeah,
did.
that's
Yes, she
exactly what she
did.
did.
And when he sat down to talk to Harry, they must have seen he's so confident. He really is not shaking the way he used to shake when we talked to him before. And he's not running away like a little coward, you know? Even in the most uncomfortable situations. It's kind of sad, and you would definitely feel sorry for Prince Harry, putting him in some situations which we would assume would be unpleasant. But it's only kind of made him stronger because now he can walk into anything. We don't want it for him, but he can walk into
Yes,
anything and be okay because now, unlike before, where he used to think, okay, these people may not be the most loving or caring people, but they would not harm me. He now knows that the gargoyles on the wall will bite if you give them room to do so. So he definitely um he definitely knows what he's walking into when he walks into their spaces. And I think uh j- just watching how Harry has grown in confidence, in substance since he stepped back from working as a senior member of the royal family. Like, there was never any doubt in my mind before this, but it was definitely and for sure the right thing that he needed to do. And what the royal family actually needed, I think we were talking about this the other day, and the assumption was that when Meghan was walking into the royal family, people were thinking, oh, she's not good enough. Whereas the case was that the royal family wasn't good enough for her. Her level was so far above theirs, that they could not cope. They could not cope. Hello, Commons Place Beauty. How are you saying? How are you doing? How are you doing? Hello, John. John Garcia says in New York we call Will not a putz. Stupid or worthless person. I love that you put the definition of it in here. I love that. I love that. This is the time I'm on right now. Uh, Talking and educating as I am going along. Hello, Yalibi. How are you doing? Hi, hi, hi. Kathy Gabby. I believe Harry has his insurance safely lodged in safe places. Let them try it. Hmm. They've already tried a lot. They've already tried a lot, but and they were willing for the worst to actually happen. If it wasn't for the fact that Harry was strong enough to, resourceful enough to get the
There.
necessary
Sorry.
resources in place for him to get the things that they
I
needed:
don't
a
know if you can hear
home,
me.
yeah, a home, security, and all of
Okay.
that. And said William was quite smug when he told Harry about the removal of security, that nothing could be done as it was the government. When he himself, actually, this William, according to the propaganda they put out, people don't question. There's a particular thing that Megan said in the Oprah interview, which I don't think people spend enough time on. She said, when she was referring to the royal family, she said, what did she call them? She said, uh, people just look at this structure. And I thought to myself, why would she say structure? And I wasn't thinking about it from the perspective of she's being disrespectful. It's more from the perspective of there has something she has seen behind the scenes. This has made her realize that all they're doing, see all of this palaces and everything that they've got, it's all just a stage. All of them, they're just acting. She realized that when she joined the royal family. Meanwhile, from outside, everybody like kind of looks up to them. They're like, they were role models. People admire them so much. They want to be them. They think that they're living well. They're living in luxury. There is a lot that she must have seen behind the scenes that made her use that phrase. It's a very specific phrase. And structure is not even exactly the right word that she used. This construct, that was what she said. She said, and you're looking at this construct. I thought, oh, girl, tell me the tea. What is it exactly? Say it. Say it. Don't be so classy. Say it.
Say it. Out with it. Out with it.
Out with it. Say it. So yeah, um, for the most part, guys, all William ended up doing was walking himself into the role of the spare because he never anticipated when he started the war. He said, "Don't start none, and there won't be one." If that was a person, it would be Harry. Like, don't start none, and there won't be one. He already didn't
That's
want to
right.
be
Don't
there.
start now, won't be none.
And then he finally found someone
He
who
didn't.
would
He got
allow
more
him
health
to make
videos.
his being there tolerable. And then you want to drive this person away. Are you all right? Like, literally, are you all right?
No,
And
he's not well.
it also makes me think that this battle that Harry and Meghan are in, I mean, if you're not a spiritual person, that's fine. And speaking to the spiritual people, are all it also makes me feel like
And
part
you
of
went in
this
and out on me
battle
there.
is spiritual, because why was he so confident about trying to do something so awful? You know, why was he so confident about trying to do something so awful? It's kind of giving they were trying to spiritually manipulate Harry behind the scenes, and even that didn't work.
Signals going in and out.
Right, right. Anywho, guys, this is the end of the second video. This is the end of the second video. We have three videos that we are doing today. So thank you for being with us on this one. We will now be moving to the third video, which will be ready to access in the next 15 minutes. Just look at Lady Rose's comments before we go. She says these people love titles, classification, senior, working, royal. Why not just working? Is given lack of experience. It's given no experience at all. Like Eva says, Harry is a Nigerian along with Meghan and all of us. Like, we have claimed him. Didn't you see him? His cheeks, even at
Mhm.
one point, his tummy was beginning to jut out a little bit, as though he was eating enough jollof rice and pounded yam and a goosey soup and all of it. So, lack of word experience with a bunch of titles. Mark Mumbles is a general of something. And you know what they say, right? So, how are you leading a group of people who are more experienced than you, and you never take the opportunity to learn the job? So, you end up in a situation where the people who you're supposed
Uh-oh.
to be leading
I think I'm gone. You
are
didn't hear me.
leading. Yeah. You end up in a situation where the people you're supposed to be leading end up leading you because you don't know what the hell you're doing, and you're not interested in knowing. So you end up like, they even have a word for it in the Bible. Like, when you're a child, and when you're that someone who is an untrained person, you end up becoming a slave. And that's exactly what the royal family have ended up becoming. Forget the fancy titles and the money and the posh
Hmm.
suits. At the end of the day, they become slaves because they
You're
didn't take the
prisoners.
time to fine tune their intelligence enough for them to be able to take control of their environment. They're only interested in loading it around. Like, can you remember when King Charles had the problem with the pen at his during his coronation, how he reacted like a child?
Child. A child. That's right. They have stunted emotional growth. They didn't educate
Yes.
themselves. They had the ability to go to the finest universities, like the African princess. He graduated. The youngest one graduated from a college in my hometown, the suburb
Yeah,
of
I
which I
remember.
was of the big city in
Hmm.
Cleveland. He Case Western Reserve. So they didn't even educate themselves to know the ways of the world or anything. They just do what they're told. They're in a gilded cage, but it's a prison.
In a gilded cage is a prison. They don't even know their right from their left. Imagine the personal things that we hear about them, like King Charles being attached to a teddy bear at his big age of almost 100, still being attached to a
I
teddy
think
bear.
that's
Like, what?
Andrew. Isn't it
Is it
Andrew?
Andrew? Is it Andrew?
You
Even
remember?
if it was Andrew, he's still a
He had
big
the,
old
the, the bed of teddy bears.
man.
Yeah, they showed on the thing. He had a whole bed of teddy bears, and they had to be arranged a certain way.
um
Oh, I lost
The
the signal.
British people did the same thing to John Lennon after
Lost
he
the
divorced his
signal.
British wife and married a Japanese woman. What exactly? What do you mean, Teresa? Okay, I get you now. You said the British people did the same thing to John Lennon after he divorced his British wife and married, because that's exactly what they did to Meghan. I get you now. I get you now. I get you. I get you now. Oh,
Right, please.
really? They said Charles has a raggedy teddy bear that I think I saw somewhere in was it in Spare, or I heard it somewhere else where they said Charles had this raggedy teddy bear that he took everywhere with him. Anyway, sorry, Sussex love keeps coming in and out.
I can hear you now. I can hear you
Yeah.
now.
Well, we're just about to go out.
Okay.
Oh, Vonsola says spare, right? Yes. While we're talking about that, just before we go on to the third video, can you guys let me know? I have got whether you would like me to do uh, another review of the spare. I can add it to my content calendar, and just like we did for the
Archetypes.
archetypes quiz, we can do quizzes on spare. Would that be more
Wow.
fun?
I would like that. What do you think, Lady Rose, if you're still there?
Hmm.
Look,
Uh,
Teresa said Charles had a raggedy teddy bear. I'm sorry.
yeah. They called her ugly and he had to leave the UK. Charles had abandonment issues. Uh,
Charles has got multiple issues.
Queen, he says they didn't get a chance to do their ritual because Harry was not there to be part of that ritual. I am very certain, because a lot of these things that have gone on don't make sense at all. And when things don't make sense to me logically, it means it means that there is some spiritual manipulation going on, because none of these things that happened with Harry and Meghan makes any kind of sense. Like, no matter how you tell the story from the beginning to the end, okay, yes, William was brought up a certain way. Yes, Charles was brought up a certain way. But life has changed and life has moved on. This
But
woman
Harry,
has not done anything
but
to you.
but Harry has said that even his grandmother would get
Mm,
advice, poor advice that they would take from the men in the suits, the ones that Diana said was controlling everything. So
mm,
they really are being told what to do. All the bad things they're doing, most of them is because that's what they're instructed to do. They do as they're told. Like Oprah, when asked Harry, why didn't you just not go if you didn't feel like going to the thing? And Harry basically said, the car comes, they send the car for you and you get in. They just they're trained to do what they're told. So I'm not sure how much of the decisions they're really making. That's why I was wondering where all the money is going, because
Right,
you know,
right. That part exactly. That is the part that mystifies me the most. If you say you're a billionaire, then how come you said that you can't afford to pay Megan? How come Harry was living in such a house? How come Harry wasn't being paid enough pocket money for him to clothe himself without having to go to H&M? How come? Like, there's so many questions, and a lot of things
hmm
just don't add up. How
exactly,
come Charles was always taking money from people in boxes? What is that? If you're so
in
rich,
suitcases.
then you should be able to refuse it. Yeah, but you still take it and you look down on
Mm,
people and call other people corrupt. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the third video. Sussex Love, I'll send you the link in a second. See you
okay,
guys in 15 minutes if you're still here
okay.
with me. See you soon.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye bye. You too.